Representative Voss says right now they do not have enough votes to pass this.
Yeah.
You're going to continue to fight. How are you, and other than just, or is it just individually, one by one, talking to them, giving them the speech you gave everyone in this room today, and how are you going to change their mind?
Well, as I said earlier, I think Representative Voss is probably right that right now there are not the definite votes, partly because the legislators have been focused on other issues entirely. They're just getting to the point of getting better informed and thinking through this issue. And I'm confident that once they have the time and hear the amount of support there is, certainly all over this region, but also among alumni and business leaders in the rest of the state, and look at it on its merits themselves, I'm confident that they will see the importance of it.
You talked about an amendment to Governor Walker's current proposal.
Right.
Can you just clear up exactly
Sure.
what you mean, what that is?
I had offered right after one of our Regents meetings the possibility that we amend the governor's budget to create flexibilities and more autonomy for all of the system campuses. I want this to be a win-win for the entire system. And I think the easiest and most likely way to get there is to amend the governor's budget by giving greater flexibility and autonomy to the system and the other campuses.
Do you know of support for that?
Not yet, but I'm hoping it will become more appealing as the weeks go by.
You mentioned at the end there, you don't care if you lose your job over this. Has that gone from being just sort of like shattered to a tangible possibility for you?
No, not that I know of. I was actually being hyperbolic just for the crowd. No, I don't have any sense that my job is at risk, and I simply want people to understand, because I've heard so many comments about my job, keeping my job. This is not about me. This is not about Biddy Martin. That's the way I should have put it. Not that I don't care about my job. I do. I love it here, and I intend to stay. But it's not about me, and it's really important that it stop being focused on me and my job. This is really about the future of the state of Wisconsin, and that's really the thing we need to be concerned about, and that's what we need to be talking about, in my view.
So just to clarify, you would be comfortable if the proposal is passed separately from the governor's budget?
No. I want the governor's proposal to pass, but I want it to be amended so that there is a win in that for the other campuses and for system.
So
Republican lawmakers have floated the possibility of taking this out of the budget, but then taking up something else, later on. If that gets to what you're advocating here, would you support something like that?
I wouldn't, because I don't think you can ask the university to absorb a $125 million budget reduction and say we'll wait for some period of time before we decide what to do. It's also the case that we've been studying this and developing the analysis for 18 months, and to wait another year while it gets studied, it would be fine with me if they would delay making a decision about our budget reduction. So if they decided no budget reduction, we'll study the situation for a year, that's one option. But giving us a $125 million cut and saying we'll wait a year to decide what to do to help, that's not acceptable.
Chancellor Barhorst's comments, have you heard anything similar? I mean, we know that the two-year campuses and the other four-year campuses and President Riley are presenting kind of a united front, but have you heard any support from people at other campuses, even off the record?
Sure, I have, yes. If you go back to the Regents meeting on February 27th or 8th, I think it was, and listen to what the Chancellor said, I think someone counted. I didn't count because I don't typically do that. But I think about 9 of the 14 actually said, among the other things they said, that this proposal on the part of UW-Madison had gotten the argument for flexibilities further than it's ever gotten. And to have it in the governor's budget is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and they wanted to find ways to make that work by adding to what the other campuses could get. It's been shifted to a sort of zero-sum game approach, but I don't think that the other chancellors all necessarily share the view that the only way to move forward is to subtract from what Madison